Right, welcome to lesson 8, trigonometry. Yeah, again, still looking at piece by piece reduction and co-functions, right? Co-functions is where we use 90 or 270. So given the Cartesian plane, assume you know it's 0 to 90 first quadrant, 90 to 180 second quadrant, 180 to 270, and 270 to 360. So in the first quadrant, 90 minus theta. Second quadrant 90 plus theta. Third quadrant will be 270 minus theta and 270 plus theta. You'll see now why we call it co-functions. Remember, sin, or that you call sin, is sine, and cos is actually cosine. It's a co-function of sine. Right, so we should know by now, or from the work we've done previously, sine theta equal y over r. However, to get 90 minus theta, then the first quadrant, refract across the line y equal to x. So I mean, if we draw a line through the origin there, each point 1 and 1, 2 and 2, we take a point from this side and we reflect it over to the other side, right? Then my x and y coordinate would become y and x. So in short, what I mean is, if this read 1 and 2, it will become 2 and 1. Hope it makes sense, right? So in short, when I say sine 90 minus theta, y becomes x, you see them? So sine technically now becomes x over r, which then becomes cos theta. Alright, if I say cos 90 minus theta, right, cos itself is x over r, but the x becomes y, and therefore once I use 90, cos becomes sine. So co-function of sine, cosine. Cosine's co-function, sine. So we follow, so 90 minus first quadrant, right? I hope it makes sense. I'm going to use it over and over to some problems. Right, now 90 plus theta, you saw in the second quadrant. This is rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So in short, meaning my xy will still swap y and x, but now y becomes negative. Right, so sine 90 plus theta, which is y over r, will become x over r, and it becomes cos theta. Remember, the second quadrant, sine is positive. But for cos 90 plus theta, second quadrant, cos is negative. As you can see, there becomes negative y over r, but the 90 changes cos to sine. Right, now for caps, the following that I'm showing you at the bottom is not used at school level, but yeah, we need to know it for university. So the function values 270 minus and 270 plus. 270 minus third quadrant, 270 plus fourth quadrant. So we treat it as 90. So sine 270 minus theta will become negative cos theta, because in the third quadrant sine is negative. Cos 270 minus theta, third quadrant cos is negative, and therefore it becomes negative sine 270. So I hope you see how they swapped around. Sine 270 plus theta, fourth quadrant. The fourth quadrant sine is negative, but the 270 changes sine to cos. For cos 270 plus theta, fourth quadrant cos is positive, but cos changes to sine. Don't use the change, because what we pick up is learners go write this as minus sine, because it's in a fourth quadrant, and we go write that as positive cos. Remember, we're working with sine. The 270 simply changed it to cos. So sine was negative there, therefore it becomes negative cos theta. The same apply with cos. Fourth quadrant cos was positive, it simply just changes to sine theta. I hope you understand, hope you like, share and subscribe. Nothing but the best.